Are you a fan of the Knives Out movies? If so, here are 10 other awesome, lighthearted whodunit films to scratch that Benoit Blanc itch. First up, 1985's Clue, literally based on the board game and a clear inspiration for Knives Out. It's got a simple, weird strangers all gathered together in a mansion premise, and features a hilarious cast with the likes of Tim Curry and prime Christopher Lloyd. Best part about it, though, is that it literally has multiple different endings, as the absurd twists and reveals just keep piling up one after another. Next, we have a relatively recent one, 2009's Sherlock Holmes. Wait, that's not recent. Fuck, I'm old. No whodunit list would be complete without the world's greatest detective. And even though Benedict Cumberbatch may own the role in the TV world, it's Robert Downey Jr. who's my personal favorite on the big screen. It's a pretty standard Sherlock Holmes story, but it's directed by Guy Ritchie, so you already know it's zany as hell. Oh, and the sequel low-key kicks ass, too. Next, we have another movie from 1985, Fletch. It's a surprisingly serious mystery movie for a comedy, but it features Chevy Chase just being Chevy Chase, which results in his patented, sarcastic asshole humor being utilized at exactly the right times, as his local newspaper reporter character attempts to crack a case in LA. The guy also uses a litany of disguises here that kind of have to be seen to be believed. Another recent one, we have 2015's The Hateful Eight. It sees a bunch of late 1800s cowboy-type strangers all get stuck together in a cabin during a snowstorm. And because this is a Quentin Tarantino movie, shit goes downhill pretty fast. It sucks that the script for this film got leaked before even going into production, because I remember when it came out, like, the hype had already died for it before it even took off. Still, though, I stand by this being one of Tarantino's most underrated films, and Samuel L. Jackson and Walton Goggins are especially killer in it. No deal, bitch. Next, we have one of the granddaddies of the genre, 1934's The Thin Man. The great William Powell and Myrna Loy play a whimsical retired detective and his equally curious wife, who get reluctantly drawn into a whodunit mystery that culminates in one of the best and funniest dinner table reveal scenes ever put to film. This thing was super popular back in the day and resulted in like 5 sequels, which makes sense because it feels very much like something Rian Johnson probably watched before making Knives Out. Next, we could add really any Shane Black movie to this list, especially 2016's The Nice Guys with Ryan Gosling and Russell Crowe. But I'm instead going with 2005's Kiss Kiss Bang Bang, mainly because it uses pretty much the same identical formula. It sees pre-Iron Man Robert Downey Jr. as a bumbling small-time crook who accidentally becomes an actor and then gets drawn into a Hollywood-based murder mystery where he gets paired with a detective played by Val Kilmer who just shits on him to his face relentlessly for the entire runtime. It's quite funny. Also, it has a very sexy Michelle Monaghan in it, so... Next up, we've got very, very obviously the inspiration for Glass Onion, 1973's The Last of Sheila. Tell me if you've heard this one before. A charismatic rich dude invites his vain socialite friends to spend a week on his yacht playing a very much loaded mystery game. Sound familiar? Only difference is, instead of having Rian Johnson's insufferable characters, we've got a legitimately dark mystery involving the likes of James Coburn, James Mason, a young Ian McShane, and, the best part, Raquel Welch in a bathing suit. Weirdest thing about it, though, it was co-written by Norman Bates himself, Anthony Perkins, and composer Stephen Sondheim. Okay. Yet another recent one, and probably one you wouldn't find on many other lists, we have 2022's Vengeance. Starring, written, and directed by B.J. Novak, aka Ryan from The Office. This thing surprised the hell out of me when I saw it in theaters. It sees a New York City podcaster get weirdly pulled into a murder mystery in rural Texas after a girl that he used to casually hook up with is found dead from a drug overdose. It uses the setup to explore a lot of American cultural differences, while still maintaining a pretty great balance of comedy and emotion, and then has Ashton Kutcher completely stealing the show in just like 2 scenes. Very underrated. Next, it was tough to choose the best Agatha Christie adaptation to include on this list, so I instead went with a satire version of all of them, 1976's Murder by Death. Basically a spoof of like every single classic detective story ever written. It sees a preposterously hilarious and poorly aged cast of characters gather at a rich dude's mansion to investigate a future murder. The cast is nuts for its time, with greats like Peter Falk, Peter Sellers, Alec Guinness, and even fucking Truman Capote, all parodying different famous mystery characters and doing straight slapstick the entire time. Honestly, more often than not, Knives Out feels closer to this than it does actual Agatha Christie. And last up, we have the most recent film on this list, 2024's It's What's Inside. Calling this a whodunit might be a bit of a stretch, especially when actual Gen Z whodunits do exist, like Bodies, Bodies, Bodies. But I think the overabundance of twisty-turny mystery shit here still qualifies it. It sees a toxic friend group's reunion get turned upside down when a mysterious sci-fi body swapping game is introduced, prompting a number of scandalous revelations between the friends to come to the surface. I'm usually a pretty big hater of movies where whiny rich teens do whiny rich teen shit, but the final twist in this one is more than enough to make you look past all the fucking Euphoria knockoff melodrama. More proof that not every Netflix original is a crime against humanity. But anyway, yeah, like I said, if you enjoyed Knives Out, hopefully you give these ones a watch as well. In the meantime, go check out Wake Up Dead Man, now on Netflix. And let me know what other lighthearted whodunits I may have missed. As always, I'm Matt, and this has been the Inferion Channel. Shh.